All right, cool. And of course, Neil, how was that? I mean, since you're so African, you do your research well. We have decided to take a positive approach where we are going to actually look at past and present wonderful African players that have played in the Premier League, and we are going to put them in a 4-4-2 formation at first, and where we pick out here, Neil's rolling his eyes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Grassroot Chats Future Show, where we talk about topics and relate them to things that are possibly trending or not trending, or just topics that we, the lads, like to talk about. So, of course, as ever, joining me in the wonderful Grassroots studios, Mr. Tanis, looking all good like he's just about to go out. The angry one, looking as happy as ever. And of course, finally, we get to see what the Sheffield Wednesday Stadium looks like because Mr. Chris Waddle Hinder is in the stadium. How's everybody doing? Happy Wednesday. Everybody doing good?
Yeah, good man, good.
Wonderful, wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the 33rd edition of the AFCON Championships, African Nations Cup. AFCON 2021, because of COVID, didn't happen last year, so it's happening at the moment with Cameroon hosting. So, what we decided to do is, with all the news that went on before AFCON, Ian Wright having to put out a video talking about the disrespect and of all the journalists and all that, blah, 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 we have decided to take a positive approach where we are going to actually look at past and present wonderful African players that have played in the Premier League, and we are going to put them in a 4-4-2 formation at first. And where we pick out here, Neil's rolling his eyes. He wasn't happy with that initially, but after the 4-4-2 formation, we would actually look at alternative formations that the wonderful lads here have chosen. So, of course, 4-4-2 being a traditional football formation, we are going to start by picking who we think has been the best players we've seen in those positions since the Premier League started till today. Boys, are you ready? Tanas, you seem good. You good to go?
I'm good to go.
Yeah. Angry one, good to go?
Yeah, I've got some yellows in there, but we'll decide later.
All right, cool. And of course, Neil, how was that? I mean, since you're so African, you do your research well. Can't hear you. You're mute. You can't hear you. You're mute.
No, he's not on mute. I mean, his mic's just off. He's speechless.
Nope. Can't hear you.
Oh,
Oops.
oops, Daisy. Apologies for the technical error. Leave him anyway. Let's crack on.
All right. Let's start, and hopefully his mic will be good to go when we're ready to go. So 4-4-2.
Not plug in.
We're starting. Let us start with the goalkeeper. So I mean, there've probably not been that many wonderful African goalkeepers in the Premier League. So, but let's see, Mr. Tanis, who are you going for in this position, and why?
It was a choice of two. First one was Bruce Grobler.
Okay, Bruce Gobler played for Liverpool.
Yep. Or Eduardo Mendy.
Okay, and from those two, who did you go for?
Mendy.
Why? I mean, Grobler was really good. It was wonderful. He was probably the best keeper at some point in the world.
Can we kick him off now?
What was that?
Is it? Can we kick him off now? So you are going for Mendy? Yeah, explain your thought process here.
Since he's come into the Premiership, he's just been really, really, really good. Yeah, I know he's only been here a season, but clean sheets, his presence, the way he plays, he's just really, really good.
Okay, really, really good. And was Grobler not really, really good?
Not that Grobler wasn't really, really good, but the demands on the goalkeeper today, would Grobler be as effective? Possibly not. He wasn't as good with his feet as Mendy is, I don't think. Grobler was a good shot stopper, but personally, it's a choice for Mendy.
All right, no worries. The angry one. Who are you going to go with goalkeeper in the fourth formation?
Brucey, innit? Has to be Brucey. Come on, man. 6 what? What? Won 6 championships? What? 3, 4 FA Cups, League Cups. Come on, it has to be. He has to be the greatest African goalkeeper in the Premier of all time. You talk about Giza come yesterday. Johnny just come. and you're talking about how he's
in the
your
Prem.
all-time-
In the
all-time-
Prem. Grobbelaar's form in the Prem.
Mike, you quiet?
That is a little bit of a misnomer, but yeah, okay. But still,
He was on his way out. He was on his way out when the Prem come at Liverpool.
So what? But Mendy just came. You can't make
I'm not saying that Mendy didn't just come, mate. I've given my reasons. I've given my reasons.
All right. Don't worry about angry one. Don't worry about Steve's reasons. Who do you go for? You go for Grobler. And yeah, is this because of what he has won, or or just?
Well, I mean, he's an iconic goalkeeper anyway, regardless of his nationality. He's always been an iconic goalkeeper. Played for the biggest team in England at the time, and he's won multitude of trophies. He had character as well to him, which I guess added to his iconography. I mean, Mendy would have been my second choice, but for me, he hadn't been here. He hadn't been in the Prem or in English football long enough for me to put him in there. But I get what Steve's saying. It's just. Boy.
So it's a case of let's just give Mendy some more time, and then we'll come back to this topic like 5 or 6 years from now and see what happens.
Yeah, although he's won Champions League, hasn't he? Has he?
Yep. Yes, he won the Champions League, yeah. But we shall see. Mr. Hinder, who are you going for?
I mean, I'm not sure if Tanos got the breath what we were looking for. We were looking for the best African goalkeepers that have played in the Premier League or contributed to football in the Premier League, right? Ever.
Yep.
Not who's been the best in the last 2 seasons. Grobbelaar, hands down, has to be one of the best goalkeepers in the Premier League, full stop, regardless of where he's from. Like, other than his ridiculously bribery and his betting issues, he was, and he's still the top. He was creating things way before everyone else. When he did his little penalty things with the knees, he was creating stuff that no one else was doing at that time. And like Mike said, 14 years at Liverpool, 6 league titles, 3 FA Cups, 3 League Cups, and a European Cup medal. That's pretty, in good for any keeper to get. And yeah, he was a legend and still is a legend for everyone apart from Tanos.
But surely, if you're looking at proportionality here and stuff and impact that a player has got into his team, and I know you guys are looking at it over time, but surely looking at what Mendy has done in his very short time. I mean, let's say he stops football.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
But he's had a crap season this season, right? He's
Has
had
he?
some right flaps this season. Yeah, last season was good, but he had to take over pretty much the worst goalkeeper the Premier League has ever seen. And at 75 million, I could have gone in and made myself look better than Kepa. It was an easy job, right? Grobbelaar, I'm with Mike. Like,
Okay, so
to think otherwise.
Mike and Neil go for Grobbelaar for the best African goalkeeper to play in the Premier League. Mr. Thanos goes for Mendy. And let's see, that sorts out our situation. For the way things are looking, I mean, sorry, Thanos. At the moment, it's 2-1. But we'll see what I say when you guys are done, and then we'll see who ends up being on the team. So, moving forward, right back. Ooh, there have been some wonderful right backs in the Premier League. And there have actually been some people that are not even right backs that have played there. So we'll go for the right back position. And we'll start, let's go in reverse. Neil, who is your right back, best African player in the Premier League?
We're all going to agree on this one without a doubt. But are you getting the final say when we pick our all 11 between us? Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't get the final say.
Oh,
I'll balance it. I'll balance it in certain situations.
Was panicking a little bit there. Laurent from Arsenal.
Okay.
2 Prems and 3 FA Cups. Like, as a right back and a quality defender, he had it all. And I can't think of anyone that was even close that played right back.
So when you talk about right back and you talk about not thinking about anybody that comes close, once again, is it just for the medals or just as the individual?
No, he was good. He was a good player, good team player. He had everything.
Okay. Cool. And the angry one?
Yeah, I will go with Laurent. He also won the FA Cup with Portsmouth as well. But like, he's not my favorite. Like, he's quality. I'll put him in my team all day long. He's the best. For example, I love the Boué just for his character, but I can't put Boué in the team just because I love the guy. It has to be Laurent because it's hands down. I loved it when he gave Man United Aggie a few times in the seasons. You know, those days when we were invincibles and stuff. So
yeah. And in the 3 times he didn't win any game, just so that you know. But yeah, and Mr. Tannis.
I'll go to
Doesn't
Laurent
say
Okay,
Fortune or
Laurent.
something. No, Quinton Fortune. Why don't you say him instead?
because he's left back.
All right. Okay, it's an agreement across the board, and so goalkeeper at the moment, Grobler, and of course right back with the boys have all gone for Etema Laurent. So we are going centre back, and now, so what we're going to do here with the centre back is just give me your 2 players. Is that we're not going to do left side, right side. Just give me your 2 players that you think have been the 2 best, regardless of wherever they played. And I shall start with the angry one. Who are your centre backs, best African players to play in the Premier League so
Centre
far?
backs. Kolo Toure. He's as African centre back. He's probably one of the best, to be honest, to play in the Prem. But he's won titles. He's won FA Cups. He's won. I think he's one of very few people who have won the Prem with 2 different teams.
Yep.
And he used to play for
3
Liverpool.
different teams. There isn't 3.
He won it 3 teams. Damn. So there you go.
He
So
got
that-
Liverpool, Man City, and Arsenal.
Yeah. So there's him. So my other centre back is a bit. So what I was toying with, there were some players who could play centre back, but they're not naturally centre backs that I wanted to put in there. But then I thought I'd just stick with pure centre back. So I'm putting out Lucas Radebe for Leeds as a pure centre back. The guy was solid, 11 years, got Leeds to third at one point, and also he could have moved to. He turned on a move to Man United with Fergie. Had he moved to Man United, we probably would have been talking about him in more glowing terms than him just doing well with Leeds. So as a centre back, I don't think there's anybody else who's African anyway, at least, that is better than him. Although there are other players who are midfielders who could play centre back, but that's a different story.
Oh, good. So the angry one is going with Kolo Toure and Lucas Radebe, the chief. Tanis, who are your centre backs?
I got the same 2.
Ooh, look at them agreeing. Look at them
same.
agreeing. I mean, the centre backs is not somewhere that's really been blessed with a lot of players, but look at them agreeing. For now, let's see what Neil says, and then we'll see. We'll talk about certain players that might have been there.
So the only other one that the guys have missed out that potentially would have been, is it Jeremy at Chelsea and Newcastle?
He was a midfielder.
Right back.
No, centre back. Played in a multitude of positions, but he was the only
I
one
thought he
that
was
I
a
had it in
midfielder.
there.
He was a midfielder in Chelsea, though.
No, centre back.
You put where you want, Neil. You don't play with
He
Look,
played-
I had to play with a 4-4-2, right? So this was bad enough as it was, because I'm thinking left back and right back, you struggled there. But yeah, you've got to have Radebe. What he done for football was awesome, and as much as it pains me for putting Kolo Toure, three different teams in the Prem, he's won the title with, without a doubt. You know, an icon, right? He's got to go down it.
There's
Way.
one that we did miss that could possibly be considered is Rigobert Song.
Yeah, so yeah, in terms of how, once again, I was talking about impact. What do you do for your team, not just playing for them? I mean, the centre back position hasn't been, as I said, not that many. You have players that can play in midfield and then maybe bring them back. But in terms of being an actual centre back, I mean, you have Matip for Liverpool, who's from Cameroon. You also have Eric Bailly, is for Man United. Kolo Toure, obviously. Bakary Sako for Mali, that play for Crystal Palace, play for Liverpool. He's not bad.
Can't just name centre backs though. We're meant to be naming decent ones.
Yeah, but we're looking at the options. That's why you went for Radebe. That some people don't even know who he is. But and of course Mark Fish, South Africa, and everybody has forgotten. So the options.
About that one.
Yep, and then when you look at the right back, I mean, it had to be Laurent because, I mean, you had Eboué, Joseph Yobo, Serge Aurier. I mean, who are you going to go for with wonderful options? Well, that's right back, centre back, done, and goalkeeper. Now let us go to left back. What left back did you wonderful people pick? Let's go with you, Mr. Tanis.
I want never saw Koto.
Okay. Tottenham player, Arsenal Koto, all right.
I knew you were going to say that. I could just see you in pain as you were.
Yeah, it's one of those ones. Again, there's players who've played there, who can play there, but he's one of the few to me that was regularly playing there and played decent.
All right, angry one.
I'm going completely off script, and I'm saying I'm putting JJ Kocher there because it's the only way I can fit in my team. I don't care. So he's playing left back, but he's not really playing left back because I'm playing a 3-5-2 really. So what he'll do?
Ow!
So what he'll do is listen. He'll play left back, but he'll push up like Cancelo. Simple. I don't care. You said the African player. He plays football. He plays my left back. That's it.
I remember this conversation via WhatsApp, right? I want to get the decent players in. I almost had Drogba playing centre back in order to fit people in.
No one can tell me nothing. He's playing left, yeah, and he's gonna have a free role. Simple.
All right, wonderful, Neil.
Yeah, we all know the real reason why the angry one didn't pick the left back, because there was only one decent one that's ever played, right? And he did play for Spurs, and he wasn't actually that bad at all. But yeah, he made it into my team as well.
Okay, so this is where the problem is. So I mean, once again, this is the position that hasn't really been blessed with loads of players. So when you're thinking about, left backs, I don't know if you guys remember Nadia Belhaj that played for Portsmouth. You also had George. You had George Elukobi. You have Masuaku that plays for West Ham. And you have Jimmy Traore that won the Champions League with Liverpool from Mali. However, I think...
Didn't he play more centre-back, though?
No, he played left. I mean, he had Carragher and Hupia in there. He played more on the left. But I'm surprised... Well... Babayaro. I'm surprised none of you even... Well, Steve mentioned him, but Babayaro, nobody even went for him. He went for Asuakoto, which is quite good, but Babayaro, Chelsea, woo. I mean, Lasso couldn't even see that position because of Babayaro. But two went for Asuakoto and one went for Kocha simply because he couldn't call his post player.
That's not why. Because I need to get a coach in that team. And there's no other ways to get him in a 4-4-2. So he has to get that.
Okay. Well,
yeah, and if you'd stuck on my side before, we could have picked decent formations, and you could have had a proper starting 11, right?
Neil tried to get you on his side. He was like, "There's no way me and Mike will pick this." I mean, he looked. He was like, "Who should I go for, Steve or Mike?" No, Mike will probably join me.
Let's be honest. He's joined me by putting a Kocher as left back.
But it's amazing selection. I mean, the crowd will be like, "Huh?"
I have to get Kocher in. He's iconic. I have to get him in.
Okay, well, now let us move to the midfield, and let's move to the right side of the midfield, right wing, for the wonderful competition. So, I mean, we're beginning to see wonderful things with the Kocher playing left back. So, I mean, who is on your right side, the angry one? Who's on your right side of midfield?
I'm torn. So, my right side.
You have to pick one, whether you're torn or not.
Okay, let me tell you who the options are. Jeez.
Yep, tell me.
All right. So, it's between Mahrez and Mane.
Okay. And now that you have told me.
No, put me last, man. Let me see what the other guys.
All right, cool.
I mean, does it make a difference if you go first or last on this?
Yeah, it does.
Mr. Tanner?
One of you guys might sway me.
Miles Mo Salah.
Ooh. Salah on the right, and Mike is confused between Mahrez and Mane. Okay.
He's playing ahead of Laurent, so he doesn't need to worry too much defensively. So crack on and do your thing, bro.
Oh, nice. Good thinking. And Neil?
Yeah, I was torn on this one. I didn't know whether to put Eduardo Mendy on the right, just to fit him in the team, because what an iconic player. For me, hands down, I put Mane on the right. I thought as a right midfielder, he'd do bits on there, and he's got to get in the team. He can't be left out of that team. So Mane for me on the right.
Mane on the right. Okay, back to your angry one. Have you decided who is on the right for you?
All right, go on then. I'll go with Neil. I'll go Mane. Thanks, Neil. Save me there.
Yeah, Thanos said the same thing. No.
I said Salah.
Yeah, he said Salah.
All
Same
right.
club.
Cool. All right. Neil and the angry one seem like they will make a great 1 and 2. I wonder who will be number 1 in terms of manager, who will be the coach. I mean, those players will have the best mental mindset anybody has ever seen, ever. Okay, so Mane on the right with angry one and Neil, and of course Thanos goes for Salah. So now let us go to left wing before we actually go to the middle. Left wing. Who is on the left wing for you, Neil?
Mahrez on the left. I mean, he was awesome at Leicester. He's done well in that City team at the moment and making a name for himself. Can't leave Mahrez out. 3 Prems, 1 FA Cup, 3 League Cups. Great player.
Okay. And Mr. Thomas?
Put Mane on the left.
Ooh. Mane on the left.
That's his
I
position.
know who he's got up front now.
You know, I'll go. You sure?
Yeah, he's
Mane
got a
on the
contract up front.
All right. Okay. And the angry one?
It was Mo Salah.
Ooh. So you guys can actually, I mean, you and Thanos can actually like swap players here. And
Yeah.
then. Okay. So we have Mane on the left for Steve, Mahrez on the left, and Mike goes Salah on the
The only
left.
reason why I put Mane is because when I looked at their goal contributions, although he's played probably more Prem games, he had more. But I mean, they've won, but they both won African Player of the Year, blah blah blah. It's tight. I mean, they're almost interchangeable. You could take out Mane and put Mahrez. I wouldn't be upset either way.
Okay.
But they play 2 different positions though.
Well, Mane plays on the left.
The left.
Right.
On a
Mahrez plays
4-4-2,
on the
they
right.
don't. But if you're putting a Kocher as left back, you might want Mane.
He's
as
not
your
playing
left
left
wing.
back.
Because Mane runs a lot more than Mahrez, right? I would probably want Mane running back than Mahrez, but yeah.
Okay, good.
All right. It is all good. The lads have chosen. I mean, some different ideas here, but we never know. We never know. Let's see how it goes. Center midfield. Let's go. Since it's a 4-4-2, let's go with attacking midfielder. Let's even make it even more juicy. Attacking midfielder. We'll go with the traditional attacking midfielder and defensive midfielder. I mean, you can put whoever you want to put there, but let's start with attacking midfielder. Neil?
Firstly, when you said 4-4-2, you didn't say I needed an AM and a DM, right? I'm looking just for 4-4-2.
My one's covered. My one's covered. You can fling whatever you want at me. My one's covered.
You can put whoever you want in there, though.
Yeah,
you can
but the
put,
Jemba that I've picked doesn't play in both.
there is no way you have picked the Jumbo, even if you were high.
I couldn't get past him. I was like, he has to go in. He's an icon. No, I'm going to tell you both because, I mean, but the attacking one I've got is Yaya Toure. Absolute awesome player. Was he 3 Prems, 2 FA Cups, 2 League Cups? It looked like he sauntered around the pitch all the time. It was effortless. I mean, what an absolute player. Would have got in any team in the world. Could have just walked into a dressing room in his peak. Top world-class player. Yeah, without a doubt. Yaya Toure.
Okay. Nice. And you said you were giving me the two. You might as well give me your DM.
My DM? You want me to do DMs? Michael Essien. From Chelsea, Ghana, 2 Prems, 4 FA Cups, 1 League Cup, 1 Champions League. Yeah, that guy would boss the midfield, right? Absolute legend, great Chelsea player. It will go down as one of the, I think one of the best midfielders in the Prem, regardless of anything else. He's great player.
Very nice. Okay. Well, since Neil has already opened the door, we're giving us the 2. Mr. Tanis, you might as well give me your 2.
I've got the same 2. Essien and Toure. You don't need to pick attacking, defensive. Those 2 boys are bossing, mate. They get everything.
Okay. And nice. Look at you guys. Why do I have a feeling the angry one has a different midfield? Yeah, okay. Let's go. What are your 2?
Yeah, my 2 are Yaya and Essien. The only person who was trying to squeeze in there probably would have been John Obi Mikel, but he's not. But just from what he's won, but he's not a patch on those 2, so he can't get in really.
Okay, cool. That's the middle sorted. No arguments, no disagreements. Everybody has the same mindset. I mean, when you look at the midfield, that a lot of midfielders. I mean, if you look at midfield, you can't put everybody in there, but the kind of people you can pick from. I mean, you have Mane, Mikel Obi, Austin Okocha, Kanu and Adebayor, Sissoko. I mean, Bissouma, if you're going modern football, Victor Wanyama, you have Yaya Toure, Wilfred Zaha, Naby Keita, Michael Essien, El Neni, Alex Song, yep, Spina, Stefan Sessignon, Mahrez, Sahid Berahino. There are loads of players out there, but
Berahino. He's
Yeah.
a Wednesday like that. I mean, literally, you're just reeling off African players, right?
I'm
It's just
telling
meant to be the
I'm giving-
best African players,
I'm
not
giving
just
you- I'm
who
giving
has
you
got an
options.
African passport. Like,
I'm
no,
giving
man.
you. If it was African passports, Kante should be in there, but but we never know. Just giving you the options there. But
How did you not even mention the Jemba Jemba again? I mean,
No,
you've got
listen, man.
Saido Berahino in there.
the Jamba Jamba is from Mars. I've told you that guy is not. But we shall see. We shall see. So I mean, so far we have goalkeeper in terms of votes. We have Grobler from Neil and Mike. Even if Steve went for Mendy. In right back, everybody agreed Laurent and Yaya Toure and Radibe. We have Aso Ikoto from Neil and Thanos, and we have Okocha as left back from Mike because Okocha needed to make that team. Attacking and DM, we have the same in terms of Yaya Toure and Michael Essien, and then just a bit of switch with some people saying Mahrez on the left, Salah on the left, Mane on the right. But now let us move into strikers. 4-4-2. You have two strikers to go in there, and let me start with Mr. Thanos.
You're on both of them, yeah?
Yes, please, and tell me why.
George Weah
George Ware, okay.
When?
and Samuel Eto'o.
Yeah. What?
George Ware and Samuel Eto'o. So
Has
you do
been.
realize this guys as a combination didn't even play up to 100 games in the Premier League.
Yeah, so what?
I'm just asking. I'm just
The
asking.
Premier League.
I'm just asking.
Are you saying the impact in the Premier League or the players?
But you have been smoking.
You took Grobler out because of his impact in the Premier League.
You've been
No,
smoking.
I took Grobler out because of that.
George Ware and Eto'o.
No. Say that again.
George Ware and Eto'o. That's your two. George
Yeah.
Ware and Eto'o.
That's what I wanted.
It's his team.
Imagine that pace out there.
It's my team.
In the Prem, yeah, not the whole career. In the Prem, those are your two.
No. I didn't do it on the Prem. I done it on them as players.
No, it has to be on the Prem though.
At the
To play in
Prem.
the Prem.
That's why you
Play
took
in the Prem.
Grobler out because
No.
he didn't make an
I
impact
didn't.
in the
No.
Prem.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't take Grobler out because of the Prem.
We'll play
I
that
didn't
back.
take-
All right.
I said of what I've seen of Mendy. I didn't take Grobler out because of the Prem.
Okay.
It's a choice.
You're getting sacked up. You're getting sacked up for 3 months.
No, bro. If it's just on the Prem, then I'll pick different players.
No, it is just in the Prem.
Well, what were you picking on based on their general career?
Yeah.
Nah, man, his impact in the Prem though.
The only
Premier League,
reason why I got you
Premier
back-
League best African 11
Then
Premier
it's not
League.
going to make it interesting, then, isn't it? It's all going to be roughly the same.
No, not really. You guys have already. I mean, somebody put a coach as left back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then that's just not going to happen, is it?
Why
Because
not?
impact on the Prem, he never played as left back in the Prem.
But it doesn't matter where he plays. He can play anywhere.
He played in the Prem though. That's what we're saying. Okay, so
I mean, it's just as believable as getting Eto'o and George Ware from the Premier League. You might as well have a coach at left back.
But George Weah played in the Premier League.
You can't compare those two. You cannot compare.
George. Oh,
George
well,
Weah played in the Premier League.
Yeah, I'm not saying he didn't, but he was like 90.
Ridiculous.
Okay. Well, while Steve is thinking, or maybe not thinking, I maybe want to stick to those two strikers. Let us go to Neil.
I mean, every part of me wants to say I've picked the same as Thanos, but
I'm gonna change it now.
the two I've got.
Change it.
I've got Salah, absolute class player. I think he, personally, for me, Salah's is just one of the best players that I think the Prem's ever seen, and he's probably in one of the top 20 players in the world that I've ever seen play football as well. So he is absolutely brilliant, and I've got an absolute love for Didier Drogba. Literally, like, what a player! Like, he held the ball up, scored headers, could pass, had pace. Like, and then in the Prem, what a player! He's still getting like every team now. Like, I love him. And these 4 Prem titles, 4 FA Cups, 4 League Cups, 1 Champions League. I think that's a little bit more than George Ware and Eto'o did in the Prem, but I mean, I might be wrong on that one.
mate, you can't go on out of that, yeah? Because at the end of the day, it's the interpretation of what I thought the rules were. Because otherwise, as it's so narrow, every team's going to be the same.
No, it's not. You guys couldn't even agree on on left wing and right wing. We have
No,
a
but
different.
left wing and right wing. I've put Salah right there because of the strikers I've picked.
Yeah, but well,
Yeah.
you might agree on 4-4-2, but then when you go into alternative formations, I'm sure it'll be so different.
I could have had JJ Kocher because he was good in the Prem as well. He did what he did. He was good for. I mean, making Bolton look good. How they ever got him was beyond me. But he was decent in the Prem as well. But he was just behind the other two for me.
Okay. Well, the angry one, your
Well,
strikers.
my first one is Drogba, hands down, best ever African striker. Well, between him and Salah, obviously, but Salah's not really a striker, but yeah, Drogba, unbelievable, just everything. I still remember the times. I still have nightmares when he used to carry Senderos on his back whilst running towards goal and scoring. What a player! What a player! I can't wax lyrical about that guy enough, even though he's a Chelsea boy. The other striker, I struggled a bit because I looked at Tony Yaboa. He had 32 goals in 66 games. That's a short window, but what an impact. That's what, a goal almost every other game. And almost half his goals were highlight reels. To this day, it was unbelievable. So you had him, and you had the Yak as well, who was consistent, he was a beast. And then, so those were like my bench boys. And then the two that I still was struggling with was Kanu, because of what he's done, all the accolades. And then, even though I hate to say it, Adebayor put the ball in the back of the net a lot. And I hate to say it, and he played for Spurs as well. But so really my second striker is between Kanu and Adebayor. I think it's Addy, you know.
Oh, this is a moment to hold.
I looked at Addy and I was like,
I don't like the guy, but in terms of when we look at the goal return, he scored goals for Arsenal, City, and Spurs. He was banging goals in for all those teams, whether you like him or not. Kanu had less, but he was also Adebayor. When he came to Arsenal, they called him Baby Kanu, so that kind of swayed me in a way as well. But I mean, I would take Kanu or Adebayor, to be honest.
and not George Ware.
George Ware was about 85. I mean, don't have a person. If it's like that, I might as well take Tony Yaboa then.
Well, Mr. Tannis, have you rethought your stance? Are you still going with the same two strikers, or?
No, I'm not, because I can't. If those are the rules.
Okay. So now that you know the rules, who are you going?
It'd have to be Drogba, off the top of my head, Drogba and
the Yak.
I'd actually change it a bit. I'll bring Salah forward and play Mahrez out on the left wing, on the right wing.
So are you you bringing Salah, and so you're going with Salah and Drogba, and then you put Salah for your right wing. So are you going with Mahrez then?
Yeah.
Okay.
You get the same team as Neil, basically.
Pretty much. There's nothing wrong with that.
There's
No,
no wrong with that.
I'm just confirming. So
Yeah, we've got proper left backs.
I mean,
just to mention other strikers for the sake of it, according to Neil, you have Aubameyang, who's there, Asamoah Gyan, Tony Yaboa, Gervinho, Wilfred Bonny.
No, you can't put Gervinho in that list. Come on.
Why can't you put him in the list? He was a striker.
Kalu.
Of course, Frederick Kanute, Obafemi Martins, Peter Odewingi, Yakubu, Dembaba, Papi Cisse, Benny Makati,
Peter
Adebayor.
Odemwingie.
Yep.
All of those other names.
Yeah, of course. Impact for West Brom. El Hadji Diouf.
Oh, yeah.
El Hadji Diouf was there. I mean, so if we're going to go run through to, the team. So, I mean, Neil went goalkeeper Grobler, right back Lauren, centre back Toure Radabe, left back Aso Ekoto. On the right wing, he has Mane. Left wing, he has Mahrez. Yaya Toure, Essie in his middle. Salah and Didier Drogba strikers. Mike goes Grobler goalkeeper, Laurent Toure Radabe, Okocha as left back because JJ Okocha must make that team. He went with Mane for right wing, even if he was not sure between Mahrez and Mane, but he went with Mane. Then Salah as his left winger. Yeah, Toure Essie in the middle, Drogba and Adebayor as his striker. Steve went with Mendy as his goalkeeper. Laurent Toure Radabe, Aso Ekoto. Mahrez now as his right winger. And of course his left wing he goes with Mane. Yeah, Toure Essien, initially when we Eto
No,
and
yeah,
George
yeah.
Ware as
Can't
strikers,
change it. Can't change it.
but now he was going with Salah and Didier Drogba. So the 4-4-2 formation, ladies and gentlemen, those are the pundits or the lads 4-4-2 team of the best African players ever played in the Premier League from old days and now. So I mean, there
See,
seem to
that's
be
the thing. You need to change the statement. Yeah.
okay. Okay.
It's- You're saying best African players to play in the Premiership. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
No. It's got to be best African players that impacted the Premiership.
Not really, because me and Neil got it. How we all got the same memo, but me and Neil understood it.
I'm
Doesn't
still
matter.
referring to why you picked Mendy over Grobler, because you said Grobler didn't have an impact in the Premier. He was on his way out. Then you picked Ware, who was more than on his way out.
No. I picked Mendy because of how I like him as a goalkeeper. That's what I picked Mendy for.
But that's not the script, is it?
That is the script.
Well, now that you know the script, and now that you guys have mentioned your players, let us move to the alternative formation where you don't feel as restricted as you felt with the 4-4-2. So, what will happen is if you have an alternative formation, call out your team, and we'll go through everybody's team one after the other. And let us start. We'll leave Thanos till last. He seems very upset about the
I'm not
interpretation.
upset, mate. I'm not upset.
So, but we'll see. Let us start with you, the angry one. Do you have an alternative formation, and who are the players that are in there?
The only thing I'd do is I'd play 3-5-2 so that Akocha doesn't have to play left back. That's all.
Okay, and then what? So we're the same. Who will be in the team? 3-5-2. So who's your goal?
Yeah, the exact same team. The only person who I feel bad to miss out is Mahrez, really.
So
Kanu, but
so if you play 3-5-2 and you say it's the same team, so obviously Grobler as your goalkeeper.
yeah.
Who are the three? Lucas
So
Radebe.
three at back would be Radebe, Lauren, and Toure. Then you've got in the as midfielders, you want to call it. You've got Essie, Yaya, and then you've got a coach ahead of them, and then you've got the two wingers, and then you've got two strikers.
Okay. Neil, do you have different players for an alternative formation?
Yeah, I would take out the left back and the right back, get rid of Benoit, Asuakota, and Laurent. I'd stick in Matip from Liverpool, put a three across the back, and then I would put in JJ Okocha up top with Drogba and Salah, and put JJ out on the left and Salah out on the right, and play a 3-4-3.
Oh.
So who you dropping from your midfield? You dropping
No, keeping them all.
Okay, so yeah.
So just taking out two fullbacks, putting centre back, and then playing almost like a 3-4-3 that Tuchel plays at.
So
Chelsea.
just for people that are watching this, for them to understand, is you have Grobler, you have Matip, Lucas Radebe, and Toure as your three.
Yep.
And then your four, you have Yaya Toure, Essie in the middle.
Yeah. Mahrez left.
Mane
right.
Mane right.
And then at the top, I've got on the left-hand side Okocha, centre, Drogba, and then on the right-hand side, Salah.
That's not a bad team. 3-4-3. Okay. And Mr. Thanos, alternative formation on your players?
I would say none.
You're not? Why don't you say anything? I thought you said you were not.
He's got Stephen Pienaar in there. He's got all sorts of people in there that shouldn't be in there.
Why shouldn't they be in there? This is what I don't understand about you. How can you say what I shouldn't put in my team?
Okay, then say who's in your team then.
Exactly.
Say again.
Who are you comparing Stephen Pienaar to?
I'm not comparing Stephen Pienaar to anyone.
Who?
I'm not comparing Stephen Pienaar to anyone.
Okay, so just tell us your team, regardless of what interpretation you had.
It's a 4-3-3. It's a 4-3-3.
Okay.
Mendy, same back four. Essien, Toure, Okocha. But I had Salah, Weir and Neto up front. But then that will change to be Mane and Mahrez.
Still not a bad team. I mean, when you look at over the years.
Hey, we had Drogba.
Again?
So you didn't have Drogba in your team, did you?
No, he does. I think
originally I wouldn't have, but I would have Drogba now in a 4-3-3.
Well, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, interpretation seems to be an issue on this topic. But however, we hopefully we seem to have gotten it right moving forward. I mean, my team of in a 4-4-2 would be Mendy as a goalkeeper. Yep, Mendy as a goalkeeper, and I agree with Steve in Mr. Thanos in the sense that when you look at modern day football and look at what a goalkeeper has to do and how he has to use his leg more and all that story and the impact he has made, saves, all that story, I will go with Mendy.
What if he's shit next season? Pardon my friend.
But
What if he's next season?
next season hasn't come yet. I can't judge him on something he will do. What do you think this is? Minority Report.
Don't give him half a season. Don't give him half a season.
Yeah, no. Well,
The best ever.
it's
The best
impact.
ever.
When you look at that's what I'm going for. That's what I'm going for. Right back, Lauren. I don't think there's any argument. I go with Lauren. Lucas Radebe and Kolo Toure. No argument there. I would go with left back. I would go with Celestine Babayaro. That I think he's the best. That so far in terms of I think he's even better than Asari Costa. But that's just me. On the right, I will go with Mane. In the middle, I will go with Okocha and Yaya Toure. And on the left, I will go with Salah. And then my two strikers will be DJ Drogba and Tony Yaboa.
So it's interesting, right? That you put in Mane on the right and Salah on the left.
Yeah.
When for their clubs they play the opposite flanks.
I think in my opinion, I think it's different when you play as a forward.
Mm-hmm.
But if you play as a winger, I think you're asking different things from the players. As a forward, there's certain things that Mane is all right to go and cut into the right, switch across the midfield, and then he plays what Liverpool plays 4-3-3. You still have three midfielders to help going back. But when you're playing as a winger and having that natural, you have to drop back, you have to run, you have to cross. You literally have to stick to one particular wing. I'm sure you want to stick to your best leg. So I think that's how I see it. And besides, even if you want to switch at any time, you can still switch them. So that's what I would go for.
But did you have a rule that you could only have one Ghanaian in the team? So you took out Essie and put in Yaboa, or?
Nah, man, no. It's just I no beef against Ghana, no beef whatsoever. No beef against Ghana. I'm just keeping it.
Prem is not in your team.
Who?
Midfielder. Essie has got to be in the top 2-3 midfielders.
He is, but it's like the situation with when people used to go, oh, you have Steven Gerrard, Lampard, and Scholes, and everybody going, oh, but you have to play all three. If you have to play two, I will pick two. I won't all this. Oh, maybe I'll try and squeeze this person in the left.
Left back.
Left back.
Yeah, but in your formation, you could put them in, right? So you chose to leave them out in your 4-3-3.
I went
4-4-2.
I went 4-4-2. That's my 4-4-2.
What's
Did you make it to your 4-3-3?
So no, I'll go 3-5-2. I won't even go 4-3. I'll go 3-5-2, and I would have what's it called? Kolo Toure, Radebe, and surprise, I will go with Matip as one of my three. In the middle, I'll have Okocha, Essien, Yaya Toure, and of course Salah and Mane, and still the two I have with Tony Yaboa and Drogba, and Mendy as the goalkeeper.
Right.
You guys need to watch some Bruce Grobbelaar videos.
He was good. There's no argument about Bruce Grobbelaar. There's no argument whatsoever. But I'm just saying the way I look at it is, can we take Mendy and put him where Bruce Grobbelaar played comfortably?
No.
Comfortably.
No.
Comfortably. Can Bruce Grobbelaar come and play what
Bruce
football is
Grobbelaar
asking
played
now?
in a time with no gloves.
That doesn't mean he can play now.
The goalkeeping position nowadays is way advanced to what.
Okay. So in that case, but
you could kill. A lot of time when Grobbelaar is a goalkeeper, you could kill time. Give the ball to your centre back, he gives it back, you pick it up. Yeah, the rules are just come on and catch the ball. You didn't have to be as good at your feet back then and stuff. It's a lot more demanding to me today as a goalkeeper than it was back then.
I mean, it's understandable that. I think.
Are we saying that Schmeichel isn't a good goalkeeper now?
No, I'm not saying that.
Peter Schmeichel, because it was not demanding back then as it is
No,
now.
but you could clearly see that Schmeichel can play in any time. The same way Van der Sar can play in any time. I think. I'm not saying Grobbelaar can play now.
They like goalkeepers then, yeah?
Sorry?
What about Taibbi?
He also played for Fulham.
No, the goalkeepers back then were more.
And Schmeichel played for City.
What we need is some comments below, right? We need some comments on this because this is ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Can't put Mendy in that team. It's unbelievable.
Say again?
I'm speechless, man.
Okay, so these are our teams and we're the managers for this team. And in your team, so this is the press. So when we were mentioning our team, you were the press, and you were like, "Oh, Mr. Thanos, Why would you put Mendy over Grobler in your team, and he would defend himself, and you'd be like, "Oh no, it doesn't make any sense." So now we have the press for your team. Why is JJ Okocha playing left
But
back?
he's not. But he's not though because he's playing a free role. It's actually a 3-5-2. But
Okay.
but we agreed we had to play a 4-4-2, so he had to go there. But if you look at my 3-5-2, he's playing just behind the two strikers.
Thank you very much. This is MC Sideboy from the Independent. Thank you for answering that question. But as you say, ladies and gentlemen, please watch, like, subscribe, and of course, leave some comments below if you agree or disagree with our selections for the best African players that have played in the English Premier League.
And please come back next week when people talk more sense and Mendy doesn't make it to anyone's Dream 11.
Dream 11, you know.
Well, maybe that's why it's called a dream. Maybe when he wakes up, he'll realize.
It was all a
One
dream.
season, and he's making it. He might as well have George Ware at that basis.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, catch us every Wednesday for a future show. We shall be back next week. Till then, it's goodbye from Mendy, goodbye from Okocha, and of course, goodbye from Drogba. In case you're wondering who Drogba is, Neil. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.